And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. To return it, here's Reggie Bush. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the... All right, Larry, hope everyone is settled in for a great Draft Champions contest. Here, lucky to witness it. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. These guys that you see on your screen, they won't be witnessing. They will be participating in what should be an excellent game. Let's get down to the field. It's time for kick. Two teams here amped and ready for football, and off we go in week 2 of Draft Champions. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And a neutral zone infraction on the defense.
The defense thought they had the timing count on the quarterback's kick.
Back to throw, Newton. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there on the pickup, and it'll be a Dallas first down. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates. It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, They just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Newton now to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a second down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
On 1st and 10, Newton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Throwing again is Newton. This will be caught at about the 5. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Now they've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. It's the fullback taking it in. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. They come out here in the eye. Breeze now on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Breeze now on 1st down. Complete. Richardson has it. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it second down. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Now the first carry for Bush. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Tries for Rice, intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On second down, here's Newton. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Fresh set of downs here.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down.
Peterson alone in the backfield.
Take the mic. 56 is the mic. Wake up. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
On first down, it's Newton. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Newton now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to AP out of the backfield. And it's third down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Throwing on third down, Newton escaping the pressure right. He may try and run. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
The drive starts with Reggie Bush. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. Brief break in the action here. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Breeze to throw on second down. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And now they're in the hurry-up. On first and 10, here's Breeze. Caught left side by Cobb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm?
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On second down, here's Breeze. That's complete to Cobb. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Man open, Rice. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down, Breeze finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Breeze to throw. His pass caught at the 4. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Again, it's Breeze. That's caught at the 2. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Trying to punch it across with Bush. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Hard to admit that I used to draw. Portraiture in a human form. Doodle of a two-headed unicorn. It was soothing. Moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and a muse from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth to refuse to belong. No-name nuisance. Stews in a bedroom. Booze in a brand new cuneiform. Barely commune with the horde. Got a whole grayscale ungluing his world. Might zone out to the yap of the magpie. Unseen hand dragging his graphite. Cross contour, little bit of backlight. Black ink after a Bristol to baptize. You can imagine a rush that ensue when you get 3 dimensions stuffed in a 2. Then it's off to a school where it's all that you do. Being trained and observed by a capable few. Back in New York by peeps and a dog in a 2-bedroom doing menial jobs. Plus rhyming and stealing and being a clod. Distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years of giving a light. I left some will the spirit away. I let my fears materialize. I let my skills deteriorate. Horn about a thought of what I should have been. Continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky. It's shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. And now we're colors pouring out of the fringe.
Oh, a tough decision on their hands now. And this, early on, it's one you can't afford to get wrong. Boy, the skills just leap out at you with this guy. He will be a very important part of this ball club.
Hard to admit that I used to paint. Natural light on a human face. Stenciled fire in his roommate's face. It was blooming addiction, a miss and a push and a pick.
Excellent selection. Just what this team needs to maybe get him over the hump.
Grew up in a linseed oil ever linen. Joy to the poison, voice to the resin. Capture a map at a gesture. Back up at a little.
I'm not sure that this selection is going to provide a huge punch, but he's at least a guy that does have some upside.
Stay tuned for the spooky adventures. You can imagine the stars that align when a forearm starts foreshortening right, or a torso hung on a warping spine in proportion. Reads as warm and alive. Routine day with a dirt cheap brush. Then a week goes by and it goes untouched.
Still some big holes remaining to be filled. Here's what, oh, no need to worry about this guy. Just plug him right into the starting role, and he'll be a massive upgrade.
Being dissolved, I'll let my person curl up and die. Eating up his innards and unfeasible anxiety is brutally committed to relinquishing his privacy, aligning with the trials of the anti-Midas. Snap on the back lawn, look up in the sky, it's...
Yeah, here's a spot where the fan base would be clamoring for a skill player. But do you listen to him or go after some... Oh, no question that this guy's going to grade out as a huge impact over what was there before.
Just to count your rings an hour. Colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart, though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you.
Could we see another New Orleans Saint come off the board here?
Count your rings, just to count your rings.
And with time running short, you've got to hope some guys fall into your lap, or you could be left with some real holes on your roster.
And I go by the name of Wyclef. I bought the band.
Maybe not the pick that's going to change this team's fortune, but he is an improvement over what they had. It's the age-old question on draft day. What's the bigger need, offense or defense? Options here on both sides of the football. It's pretty much of a coin flip if you ask me.
Shot is in the basement party. Yeah. Turn into the greatest party. Yeah. I never see my baby coming.
Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. And now's where you need to make these last picks count. Time to fill any holes you can. Boy, you talk about a talented player. This guy's one of the best around.
Thing that happened often more than just a little. I be shooting down the city, black the latest gears. When she where you see that sun in the air, fashion week all year, throwing money in the air. Just happy with my lady, other girls they wanna hate her. It comes with the territory, ball players wanna date her. All we got is loyalty, I'm treating you like royalty. I'ma spoil you every day of the week. Shot is in the basement party, yeah. Turn into the greatest party, yeah. Never see my baby coming. Just once, and we went up. Yeah. And my love tripping. My body drifting, baby, girl, she got me lifted, your mind tripping. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. 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 Hey, baby, baby, hey, baby. Hey, baby, baby, hey, baby. Take a breath, inhale, exhale, now breathe, baby. Hey, baby, baby, hey, baby. Hey, baby, baby, hey, baby. Hey. Inhale, exhale, let's take a breath and breathe, baby. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. 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 While she
What you want, you never get. She never knows when to quit. I started up the skies. Her heart is where fire lies. Can see it in her painted eyes. She's got a rebel heart. One day she's gonna fall. She's got a rebel heart. She's up against them all. She don't seem to understand what she wants to do. Light a fire, hit and run, like good rebels do. She wants to overthrow our love. Maybe too much ain't enough, and we won't make it out alive. She's got a rebel heart. She's had it from the start. Out there on the run again. She's got a rebel heart. One day she's gonna fall. She's got a rebel heart. She's up against them
Weatherman says it's gonna rain. Don't worry, girl, it won't change a thing. Yeah, we still got plans tonight. We're gonna kick it, that's a given, baby, rain or shine. Leave your Sunday best at home. Be the last time you wear what you got on. Bikini top and cut off jeans. Baby girl, you know you looking mean. She said, how we gonna make it through the mud hole? Won't you think you got swampers on my truck phone? Ooh, it's about to get dirty in the dirty south. I'm about to show you what it's all about. But don't worry, it's a rowdy crowd. We ain't scared, we're still throwing down. We gonna tap, light that fire. We gonna crank that country. Pass and get thirsty. Let it rain, Well, it's about to get dirty. Yeah. It's just something about a good old flood. Watching that red clay turn to mud. Sling it up, slap past the doors like a new paint job on a 4x4. Girl, you gonna have a good old time. Can't let a little bit of rain change your mind. Let your hair down, kick off in boots. For once in your life, let yourself cut loose. Gonna get money from head to toe, clean it all. Living in a swimming hole. Listen, about to get dirty in the dirty south. I'm about to show you what it's all about. And don't worry, it's a rowdy crowd. We ain't scared, we're still throwing down. We gonna tap, light that fire. We gonna crank that country. Pass and get thirsty. Let it change baptized in muddy water, let me hear you say, let it rain, let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Listen, about to get dirty in the dirty south. About to show you what it's all about. You don't worry, it's a rowdy crowd. We ain't scared, we're still throwing down. We gonna tap, light that fire. We gonna crank that cuss. Pass that, let's get thirsty. Everybody get thirsty. Listen, about to get dirty. Listen, about to get dirty. Come on. Nasty.
All right, Larry, thank you. It is indeed time for a Draft Champions matchup and what is set to be a great Draft Champions matchup. In the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and these guys should have a huge impact on the outcome of this game. They're ready to roll. We're ready to roll. Let's roll. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. On first down, Manning. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
And depending on the type of screen called, especially when you're throwing it with one of your wideouts, it's different blocking. Sometimes you get great blocking from the other wide receivers helping you. And how about sometimes getting it from the offensive linemen who sell it like a regular screen pass and then get out in front of the receiver and help them get downfield.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a first and goal. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Manning to throw on second down. This will be caught at about the 5. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now they've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a third and goal. Play action to Williams. Now Manning. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
So the opening drive for them here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
On first, they'll throw with Elway. Allen's got it over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
3rd-and-1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
On the right side, caught by Green. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Michael Floyd, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And on display right there, the arm that made John Elway a lot of money.
And that's going to leave a mark, because when he throws it with that much force, one of the best arms the game has ever seen, one of the strongest ones, it does leave a mark. They actually called it the Elway cross, because you could see the imprint on a player after he caught one of those bullet passes.
Let's go! Again on 2nd and 10, it's Elway. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Elway will throw. He hits Stewart in the flat. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. 2nd and 10. Elway again. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game? After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
3rd and goal. Elway. Flush to his right. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Michael Floyd, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Giants have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe-bashed
that.
it.
Super toe.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Throwing is Manning on third down. He sets to fire deep. He's got it at the 15. And he is down deep into Giant territory. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Manning to throw once more. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks from 8 yards out. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was just...
And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
5 yards on the catch there brings up second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle? Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Giants. Kenny Britt, 71 yards. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's no...
Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is caught in the middle of the field. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Manning now to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taking what the defense will give him.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And he's got it over the middle. Fedorowicz. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest, as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. New York set to take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
The linebacker, Josh Maga, brings him down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now it's Elway. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. So here we go. Elway on 4th down. Got a man and he hits him in stride. 11 yards for number 11. I don't know if I agree with that.
To go for it in this situation, but they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Now Stewart on 1st down. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And quickly they get to the line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. Second and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Throwing now, Elway on 1st down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Elway. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. On 4th down, Elway. And he will find his man. It's Kenny Brett. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Kenny Brent, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants add on to their lead. Big fourth down conversion.